Oh,
Your
Joseph, thank you for coming on the red carpet.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Good. Can you tell everybody about yourself?
What do you want to know? I'm an actor. I've been an actor for a couple of years. Started off more on the behind the camera side of things. I worked in corporate America for a little bit, and now we're out here living the dream.
What made you leave the corporate America and get into the acting industry? A lot of people must be curious.
Oh, I mean, God kind of opened a door. Like I had wanted to do it for a majority of time in my life. Like number of years had always thought, oh, that would be a viable option, but just there's a lot of things that people don't talk about the financial side of being an actor and having to support yourself and while also chasing a dream. So corporate kind of gave me that stability coming out, and then once an opportunity came, I started with had a great agent I'm still with her actually, out in Oklahoma, and she was getting me work consistently. She's been great. We've had a relationship now for going on almost 5 years. Yeah, what she got helped me book a bigger project, and that really kind of allowed me to step into this more.
Well, that is amazing. Story, taking a risk, leaving the corporate world, going into the entertainment industry. A lot of people talk about it because you said you have to find a way to be able to, find work and, this is your way, right? Because part-time jobs, a lot of people do part-time jobs to work part-time so they can get ready to go out and do auditions and be on set. So that's a testimony, true testimony. Um, Oklahoma, and you said you used to live in Tulsa.
Did did indeed.
And how was it like living in Oklahoma and living in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
It's definitely interesting. It was unlike any place I'd ever lived before. I moved around a lot growing up. I moved 24 times. So Oklahoma was definitely radically different than any place I'd been before. I met some incredible people. Very grateful for that.
And what did you enjoy most about Tulsa film industry or Oklahoma film industry?
Oklahoma film industry. That's a good question. Um, I worked with a number of amazing faith-based projects out there. Oklahoma has a great faith-based market. And actually, I've been back to Oklahoma a couple times for work every now and then. Most recently, I shot a feature called In the Cards that's coming out later this year
Hmm.
with Christian Van Slyke, Frankie Galvez, and Lauren Marie. Incredible cast, incredible group of people, incredibly talented writer. She is one of the best I have ever read, if not the best. Um, Actually, she's working on another project later this year called The Silent Rebellion that I'm probably going to be returning to Oklahoma for.
And where, before we go more into detail of Oklahoma, where are you originally from?
I was actually born in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, just never really lived here. I moved back here this past year in 2024. And yeah, this is home for me. So I'm grateful to be here.
That's amazing. And the film industry in Oklahoma is growing. I give you that is I say give you credit because it's the truth. It is growing fast. Um, and there's a lot of film work here in Oklahoma. Um, Nobody thought Oklahoma out of nowhere, out of the United States, the film industry would grow. You look at how fast the city has grown, having their NBA team finally win an NBA championship. The city deserved it after everything what Oklahoma City has been through, and everything. And the film, with the film industry, it's also helping the state of Oklahoma get their name out there as well, showing it's okay to come to the state of Oklahoma because there's things here we can make films. They have beautiful country. You go to Tulsa, there's beautiful things there too. If you go west of Oklahoma, beautiful. East of Oklahoma is very beautiful. Um, so there's a lot of things in Oklahoma that films can be made. Um, For you, what have you noticed? What makes Oklahoma a great opportunity for films?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Places like Atlanta or Los Angeles are very Atlanta not quite as bad as LA and New York,
Hmm.
um, are very permit heavy. So we did a film with Genesis Apologetics last year, out in Mecca Valley or like near the Coachella Valley. There was no one for miles and miles and miles. It was a what I want to say 4 day shoot. I don't remember at this time, but
It's okay.
a park ranger pulled up on us and was like, "Do y'all have permits to be here?" And our AD talked to them for probably an hour and 20 minutes. We thought we were going to get kicked out. And eventually, like, they had done all their homework. They had called the office, and the office was like, "No, y'all can shoot here fine." But again, it goes back to the permits, the permitting in LA and New York and how everywhere, oh, you have a camera. We're not comfortable with that. As to where Oklahoma, it's like the Wild West. You're just like, hey, we walk into a coffee shop, like, we're shooting here. And they're like, all right, you're shooting here. Cool. It's also very friendly because in a market like LA, film is going to be, LA is the Mecca, right? LA has always been the Mecca. But because of that, people understand the value that their shop has. And it's like they want to get compensated for that. As to where Oklahoma, they're just like, oh, film is a novelty. So we would love to be in your movie. So
Hmm.
I think that's another one of the major things that Oklahoma has going for it. It's like it's still very welcomed because it's a very new thing.
And what do you believe changed Oklahoma?
I have no idea. I would assume the tax credits. I mean, when I was in film school, they sent out an email to all of us, call the senator's office. I called the senator's office. I don't know why. I didn't even wasn't even technically an Oklahoma resident. Wasn't registered, wasn't paying any taxes there. But like, hey, y'all got to pass this tax credit. I look back and it's like, okay, that tax credit definitely, it brought Killers of the Flower Moon, it brought Twisters, it brought The Last Rodeo, it brought Tulsa King. I mean, it that in and of itself blew the lid off the Oklahoma film market.
Hmm. It is, you're right. Absolutely. Oklahoma Films is growing. It's amazing. Twister was amazing. Um, everything. So, by the way, I looked into it. You can correct me. Did you get to work on the Twister film?
I did.
And how was that?
It was great. It was like one of my first times doing background, and like the actual scene that I thought I was gonna be in ended up getting cut. They had me high-fiving Glenn Powell and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in a movie." And it ended up on the cutting room floor. I was like, "Great. I'm not gonna be in a movie." But I got to work on it and met some incredible people. Actually the director of In the Cards, Joby James, great dude. He worked on Twisters. He worked on Killers of the Flower Moon. He's been in all of those like big Oklahoma productions. So staying with him and when we worked on In the Cards, just hearing his stories was incredible. It's like he has seen it from essentially nothing to where it is today.
Wow.
He's actually
Amazing.
close to you in OKC. He's just down the road.
Yes, I've heard that. And by the way, the Twister movie was amazing. Amazing. And I wish they didn't cut you out, to be honest. But overall, what did you think of it? I know a lot of people have seen the original,
Mhm.
the original Twister,
I
and
enjoyed it.
a
It was
lot
a
of people
fun
seen
ride.
a lot of people seen the new one. A lot of people, um, this is not from me again. From I've been hearing from other people, they were saying, "Well, the old one was a lot better," and then a lot of people were saying, "Well, the new one was a lot better than the old one." Then you have some people are like, "Well, I like both." So, I mean, for you, kind of put you on the spot. I know, what did you think? If you mind me asking, if
Yeah,
you,
art's subjective, man. I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. It is what it is. You're never going to please anybody. And like half the people who are like, oh, the original, It's the same thing with any original. They remember where they were at the stage of life that they were when they watched it. It's like, yeah, you're 45 now. You were 12 when that one came out. Of course, that one's going to be something completely different for you. Like, it's art is subjective, right? I mean, I love them both. I really, really enjoyed this new one. I just think that the entire cast from like uh, Glenn Powell to Daisy. Oh man, I'm forgetting her last name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I love Daisy. She did
It
amazing.
was incredible.
Oh,
The guy who
amazing.
played the new Superman, just lost his name as well. Awesome, great.
Yeah, I totally understand. I
The
love
whole
that movie.
cast was incredible.
Yeah, the whole it was a great
And
movie.
Anthony
I have
Ramos, oh my goodness, he did not get enough praise. That dude killed it.
yes, he did. I totally agree with you. I loved it. Everything about the movie was amazing about Twister. I have nothing bad about him. So, um, now, what was the most challenging role you ever done?
Hmm. I'd say it's different for every project. I mean, there's not one I can point out specifically and be like that was the most challenging. I think everyone's process is different for everything, and so every role I do is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'd say it just depends on the shooting schedule. I mean, that getting into the character, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but like you start learning once you've taken a few classes, done some work, you understand that piece of it. It then becomes, as with any job, just how what is the environment like that you're working in?
Right, I totally understand. How do you get yourself into character?
Depends on the role. It really depends on the role. I mean, it's some are just like uh oh, this is already kind of who you are, just go be you. Some
Mm-hmm.
are very different. So, you kind of have to go through a different mental process of, okay, what does this character think? What is their life experience? The temperament, like especially when I've been fortunate and very grateful to have done a lot of biblical work.
I was
Uh,
about to get into that, but you're already talking about it.
yeah, so those are a little bit different because it's like, you so much of the culture and the environment and the way
Mm-hmm.
they treat their elders is so much different. So I mean, like I said, every role has its difference. I'm a Christian, so like I feel like that stuff is a little bit easier
Amen.
for me because you know, I'm already kind of in the word on a
Right.
daily
And
basis. Like, all right, we're here. We're just living the stuff you read now. So it's a cool thing.
I'm also a Christian. I'm a believer in God and Jesus. So amen, my friend. Amen,
Love that.
brother.
Love it.
Amen. I want to talk about the biblical that your stuff you're in. I saw some background. I saw some clips what you did. Fabulous. You did fabulous, my friend. Um,
Thank you very
if
much.
I gotta ask this question, if you could go back in time during that biblical time, what would you ask that real person that you're playing?
Mm, wow. That's a very difficult question. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'd necessarily have anything to ask. I think it would just be more expressing my gratitude. Um, I mean, throughout the word, he's already answered multiple times why he came. The the servant leader, the act of stewardship, the act of self-sacrifice. You have to lose yourself in order to find it. So I think a lot of that stuff is those questions have already kind of been answered in the word. It would just be more of expressing gratitude.
Amen. I know that was a difficult question to ask you. I was, a lot of people may be curious, and it is. I watched Chosen, and the guy who played Jesus, and don't quote me, but the lady asked him, um, "What would you say to Jesus?" He was here, and he said, did I did good enough, or something like that? If you know what I'm talking about, it got me. She asked a really good question, and when he said that, it's really touching, and it's very to me, it's important to tell stories. As us, I'm not an actor, but as a talk show host, podcast host, and yourself as an actor and actresses out there and etc. We're telling stories and true stories, crime, horror, love story, whatever, biblical. We're telling stories, and as us as what we are doing in the entertainment industry, it's so touching, um, meaningful that we're still telling stories. They keep it going to let people know what happened, and it's amazing. I've watched The Chosen so many times. Um, and everybody on that cast, the characters, and I could name all the names and the names that's go on, but and it's emotional because the characters, and you can speak to yourself, they get into it, and you can tell
Mm.
they're into it. Like they are into it, and it's like gives you chills and makes you cry like you're there. So, I just want to say you did amazing. You were fabulous.
Thank you, sir.
Um, and keep it going, my brother. I mean, it's just amazing testimony. But also, you know, it's God's love.
Mm.
We're showing God's love. This is what He wants us to do, right? So,
Absolutely. Lord
amen, my
willing.
amen. Um, and how many times have you been in the series, if you mind me asking?
The series, what series are
Oh,
you?
I mean, not serious. I mean, I'm sorry, biblical.
Oh, don't quote me on that one. It's been a couple. It's been quite a few. Yeah, I'm grateful to have worked in that pretty consistently.
Yes, amazing. I didn't mean to say serious. My brain was still talking about The Chosen, but
Oh, you're good. You're good.
um, were they filmed in Atlanta or Oklahoma or
Oklahoma,
California?
Texas, California, South Carolina. It's kind of been all over.
Hmm.
Utah.
Oh, wow, Utah.
Yeah. Utah's got quite a film market as well.
Yes. And also, it proves that film industry is growing in every state.
Mm.
You could be like you said, living in in Atlanta or living in Tulsa, living in Oklahoma City, or you could just fly to Utah or any other state to do work and come back. I believe it's a great opportunity,
Mhm.
and it helps make connection easy now, um,
Absolutely.
because you can correct me. Back in the days, I'm not old, but back in the days, you used to didn't hear other states growing. You only heard maybe Georgia, California, and and New York, and you didn't hear about other states. Now you hear other states, and it's great opportunity for local in their state if they want to get in the entertainment industry. They don't have to worry about leaving. They can just try to audition in the states they're in and go from there.
Absolutely. The internet has flattened space and time. I mean, similar to what the telegraph did and what the telephone did, the internet has made it to where you can audition anywhere.
100%, 100%. I gotta ask, why are you doing this?
Why am I doing what? This
Acting.
podcast? Why am I acting? Because I can't not do it.
Mm.
I don't know. I love it. I love everything about it. I think there's something. So prior to this, I was a writer and working in corporate America, like would basically ghostwrite for people. And so the essence of sort of stepping into someone else's shoes has always been attractive to me. I love any type of job that deals with empathy. And also, I mean, acting is just, there's something so freeing and fun and unlike any other career. It really is, it is truly a one of a kind career.
Yes, amazing. And everybody, everybody is curious about everybody in the entertainment industry. That's why I ask, what's the why?
Mm.
Because, everybody is like, why is Joseph doing this? Or why is this person doing it? And it's a testimony that I'm hearing that it's okay to leave a corporate job if you are prepared to do this, if you can do it and keep up and keep the courage, because if this is your dream, go for it because you don't want to regret 10 years or 5 years down the road. So, and
Be grateful for every opportunity because you never know how long it's going to last. I mean,
amen.
that's the one thing I will say. It's This industry is not for the faint of heart. You don't know when your next job is coming. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but it is truly walking by faith.
Yes, and also pray about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amen.
Seek advisors, seek the Lord, seek advisors, seek financial counselors. Those are your big
Yes.
three that are going to help you in this industry.
Yes, but number one is pray
Of
for
course.
sure.
Of
Yes,
course.
and nothing can happen without God,
Absolutely.
and anything is possible with God as well.
This is
Anything
also
is
true.
possible. Any upcoming roles that you're allowed to talk about? I understand you may have signed some piece of DNAs and all that, but if you're allowed to talk about them, what would you
One I
choose?
can talk about is this upcoming film written by Christian Van Slyke. It's called The Silent Rebellion, and actually we're going to be shooting in Oklahoma, so that's going to be a fun one. I'm very much
Sound
looking forward to that.
Rebellion.
The
S-
Silent Rebellion.
Oh, silent. I'm sorry. Silent Rebellion. Can you say a little bit about it? Is it a horror
It's a
movie?
post-apocalyptic film.
Okay.
That's so it's about government control, things of that nature.
And is it going to be in Oklahoma City or is it going to be in Tulsa? Are you
We're still working that out. I
okay?
don't
Okay,
know
I'm
where
trying to
all
get
the
it out of you. I'm
locations are. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm sure there'll be postings about it once we're there. I mean,
Silent Rebellion.
this the same team who did In the Cards, and I know they were very communicative with the community about where we shot, getting people on set. So, that just a great group of people overall. Like Frankie Galvez, one of my best friends, incredible dude. Christian Van Slyke, incredibly talented writer. And she's a writer, but she does literally everything. Like she's she's been AD, she's been script supervisor, she's been on set just managing everybody. I'm like, you are an angel and you are killing the game constantly. But in name, writer.
Amazing. And it just shows a testimony that everybody on set can do multiple things if you can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's true. That's true. And also, I always say this, we got to give credit for the film crew. We
Oh, of
do.
course, the crew does not get enough
And,
credit.
and I think for me, it bothers me that fans and the audience don't give credit for the TV show and the film crew. You know, and the reason I say this is because, yes, they can say, wow, great movie, or wow, that was a great TV show. But in reality, it's like, but think about behind the scenes. You have the light crew, you have the makeup crew, you have the wardrobe crew, you have all that stuff. If one person's missing, the camera crew, if you have one person missing from the light or makeup, wardrobe, then the show can't continue and the movie can't continue. So to me, I say it multiple times on my show sometimes because it's like I want to let the audience know. It's like, and I want to let the whole world know. It's like, please, please also be thankful for the film crew because if they're not there, then why? There's no why. The
Absolutely.
film cannot happen. The TV show can't happen, right?
Of
So
course. Of course.
it's something that I wish everyone will understand, and I hope they do one day.
And they are the harder working individuals. I mean, I actually just made a
Amen.
TikTok like 2 days ago, put it out there. Is me behind the scenes. I'm zooming in on the DP and the AD, and I was like, these are the people that show up and work 14 hours. And then I flip the camera to me. This is the guy who shows up and talks for 3 minutes. Literally, that is my job. So these guys,
Yes.
they're the ones doing the real work.
Yes. And also they're usually there before the actors.
Oh yeah, hours before.
Yeah, yes, because they want to make sure everything is working. Lights, sound, camera, make up the wardrobe, and it's just it's amazing how long they're on set. You know, 18 hours, you know. And if the actors and the film crew are on set from 6 a.m. to till next following day 6 a.m. Man, imagine how many hours that is, you know. And so that's why,
If you're on set for 24 hours, man, I think that might be a violation of every kind.
yeah, I just had to put that exaggeration, but it is a long time, you
For
know.
sure.
And I
For
put
sure.
that out there for exaggeration because I want people to know.
About to say, if anyone is listening to this and you've been on set for 24 hours, get help. Like, please call some,
Yes,
call the
100%,
police. Like,
100%. And I was exaggerating, everybody. Don't worry. But you're right. 14 hours on set.
hmm,
That's a long time.
it's a
It's a
long,
long time. And a lot of people don't, the fans don't realize that. The fans. And a lot of people may say, "Oh, wow, don't attack the fans." Well, I'm not. I really am not. I'm just trying to say, come on, let's give some credit, give some love to the film crew.
of course. But I mean, that's also true in every industry, right? Fans they're gonna have opinions, just like with athletes. I mean, I was a soccer player before this and played college soccer, and you spend years training and training and training, and it's like you go with people who have never played a sport a day in their life. This guy sucks. It's like he's also spent 15, 20 years. I mean, like that's what cracks me up when I go watch sports with my friends. Like, this guy's terrible. And it's like he's better than anyone I know at anything. Like, respectfully.
And
Like,
then, and I totally agree with you. I'm on your side because when you go like watch football games with friends, and they're like, he should have caught the ball. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe he was tired. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't tired. He was tackled. It was like, oh, you should have caught it. I can do better. There's some. I was like, what? What are you? What? I'm like, you could do better. I'm sorry. I'm
respectfully,
like,
Chris, that's your third piece of pizza today. Like, I would take it easy on the criticism of the football
right. Or, what gets me is like the coaches, the fans are like,
game.
oh, we need to get rid of the coaches. I'm like, wait, those are the only two games they lost. How many games did they win? Oh, still, we could be undefeated. I was like, whoa, whoa, what's crazy on this? What? At least you're 11-2 this season. Oh, we could have been 11-0 or 12-0. I'm like, what? What everybody's talking about? I just be like, okay, I'll be quiet. Let me let you just. But I'm on the same page with you. I'm like, I totally get it because it's like everybody has that in every industry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is crazy. What's your most pivot moment in your life?
Oh, that's a much more longer form interview question. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I mean, I think there's constant pivots, right? Now, life is a constant reevaluation. I think every day that God gives you an opportunity to wake up, you should be going, what do I do today? There's no, yes, you have 5 year, 10 year, 15 year goals as you should, but like there will also be times where it's time to reevaluate. And I don't think there's a one specific moment. I think that's a constant everyday thing of like, is this still working? Is what I'm doing still worth my time and effort? Have my goals changed? Have my priorities changed? And that's the thing you come at with as you get older. Like a lot of people in this industry, especially with the strikes, with all the stuff that's going on in the film industry, a lot of people have had to reevaluate financially. Like, okay, I would like to have a wife. I would like to have kids. I would like to have a home. And is this industry and what I'm currently doing going to be able to provide that? And if not, they make a decision to go do something else. And there's no fault to them. It's just you have to constantly be willing to pivot in order to have sort of any direction in life.
Right, right. And I know that probably would have been a difficult question for you to answer. I do apologize. I
You're good. No, you're
I
good.
because I ask almost all my guests that question, and I hear everybody different stories, and it's true. Because I I love, me personally, love hearing my guest stories, their
Mhm.
pivotal moment, their most impactful, their most emotional journey, and why they want to do storytelling, why they want to do this. And most of them I've been hearing is storytelling, number one, and they want to impact their community. Right there gets me.
Mm,
Impact their community. They want to, and also what I've heard, don't quote me, is help young kids to get away from bad environment.
mm.
Right there.
That's
Right
powerful.
there. You know, and the reason I put my hand up like that is because if we have positive people, positive environment, positive people who can change their community, we can bring the next generation as a positive environment. And that right there is a miracle and a maiden story you hear because we can do it. And that's why I love hearing people's story. So thank you for sharing yours, Joseph. Um, it I am, you know, so touched by you. I really am. Playing a biblical character, you know, to me, it's amazing. I love hearing actors who play biblical characters, because it's a testimony to me, as myself, who's a Christian, who've watched biblical stories, who watched biblical movies. You see those actors in character, and you see them behind the scene, and you can see the actor and actress, they're still in that character.
Mm,
And they have to be like, give me a moment because it's like they're still in that character. That gets me. And
mm,
anybody who plays a role, it gets me. But it's powerful. Because I've seen your picture on Instagram, your biblical character picture on Instagram, and by me looking at it, I could tell you were not realizing there's nobody around you. You were looking like you didn't know someone took that picture. You were in the character, like you were living that time. And that to me shows what a character does being on set. I just want to say that, Joseph, that is powerful.
mm.
Powerful. I just wanted to say that. So I'm so proud of you. And I can't wait for your next role. I really am. And if you whenever you come see, let me know if I'm not busy. Hopefully we can catch up. But Joseph, I would love to have you back on my podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for following me on Instagram. And I would love to have you back. We'll definitely stay in touch.
Sounds good. Well, thank you. Thank you for reaching out.
You're very welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, bye bye.